And because she comes to class late, so that's how I know she doesn't have any self-respect for herself. She doesn't have any responsibility for herself. But she comes to class and she's usually like, I don't know, she just complains all the time and she sees me as this weird person, even though she only sees me for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You don't know who I am, but you're judging me and thinking I'm some weird person. You don't even know who I am, bro. You only see me for one class period, and I'm not an easy person to figure out. I've been pretty lenient, only because I'm forced to go to school. No, not that I don't like school. I don't like the education public system. I would love to be homeschooled, but not do Zoom. I don't want to do Zoom classes. I want to be homeschooled or home taught. But that's just that's just not gonna happen because I don't even know how that works. In private school, it's probably worse. It's probably worse. So yeah, people have no self-respect for themselves. People are fundamentally evil. If you're alone, if you're by yourself, I'm not talking about everybody's by themselves. I'm talking about the people who, and that's another thing. People love to brainwash themselves. They love to lie to themselves. That's another thing. And people aren't as smart. I'm not as smart. That's what I've realized. I'm not as keen and aware. You have to just go out and do things and live life, bro. You have to have discernment, learn how to read people, understand things. You have to think with their brain. If you meet somebody, you have to figure out what type of person they are. And there's three ways: by how they walk, how they talk, and how they dress. Combine these three together. If you see a female wearing they did exactly what she wears. I forgot her name. I think her name is I think she's a cheerleader. Her name is Misha, something like that. I'm a part of YouTube channel here, so you can see her. Yeah, I think her name is Demisha. She'll wear this black shirt. I'm not gonna say too much because again, people are evil, bro. I say one thing, people grapple onto that. So you gotta be careful with what you say. Just like how one of my, I'm not even gonna say that because again, you know how people are. She was wearing this black shirt, whatever, sweatpants. Things a cheerleader. She always comes to class late. Most of the time, she doesn't come to class. I don't even know if her class is in my period. I don't even know. I don't know if she skips. I don't know what she does. And that's the thing. And some people wanted me to get her number, and I thought, okay, that might be nice. I tried getting a number, and that just didn't work. And I asked her, okay, what's your type? And she says she likes football players. Nigga, what? You realize I could play football, right? So if I were to play football, you would like me. I think I asked that question. I think I actually asked if I played football, you would like me. And I don't remember. I think I might have asked that. So you like only football players? What if somebody plays football and they're ass at it? What if I play football? Then you like me all of a sudden? It doesn't make any sense. You like football players. That's not... What? That's one quality. Anybody could play football. I could play football and all of a sudden you love me? That doesn't make any sense. And there's a dude that plays football. He's a fucking idiot. And you're always annoyed by him. You don't like him. So you don't have a type. Like, bro, people are stupid, bro. Especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha was cooked because of all this brain rot. They're always on the iPad, always on the phone, always on the laptop. So they're cooked. They don't have a 3DS in their generation. They don't have. All they have is the Switch and two consoles that, like the PS5 and Series X, which didn't even get exclusives until like 3-4 years after its release. So their generation is cooked. All they got is the Switch. But kids aren't even playing. I don't even know what kids are playing, bro. Roblox, Fortnite. If they have older siblings, then they might be saved. Maybe. If they're like younger, if they're like the older Gen Alpha, but like if you're like 2010 to like 2014 2014. After 2014, I don't think it could get cooked. Overcooked. But even 2010 and 2014, eventually they're gonna break off, and then they're just gonna be on the tablet all the time playing Roblox. It's sad. But yeah, people are just stupid. People are evil. I don't know. I don't know what the title of this video has, but it's like this dude. I'm not even gonna say the person's name, but this dude, you just can't trust people, bro. You just can't trust people. This world is evil. I need to use my knowledge more, but I don't know how to use that knowledge and operate. I think it's because I haven't made this channel. This channel hasn't blown up yet, and I haven't gotten the money that I deserve and the blow up that I deserve. I think that's why these kind of mistakes kind of happen here and there. I'm not, the success that I deserve. For some reason, I don't know. I could see it, I could feel it, so it exists. I could feel the golden rose. I could feel that. Just imagine a golden rosary on my neck. I could feel that. Imagine it shaking. Imagine it making a sound. I could feel it. It's making a sound. I could feel it. It's pure gold. I could feel it. So I know what I am. Nobody can mess with me. I am what I am. And I think the reason why I haven't been able to date anybody is because God has protected me from these females, because they're very stupid. They're stupid. Like it seems like they're brain rotted. It seems like their brain is just rotted. They don't have any IQ. Don't have any intelligence. It doesn't matter if you do good in their classes, because they could have cheated. Who knows what they did to get their grades? Oh, we just studied. They might be lucky. They might have parents that are able to help them out, but a lot of people don't have that. Or I don't know. Maybe they have a completely different lifestyle. Maybe they're fit to be a worker, so maybe that's why they succeed in school, because they fit the system. They're fit to be a slave. They're fit to be a worker. That's why they make brilliant grades. Yeah, these females are stupid. They're stupid. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are stupid. They don't have any self-awareness. A lot of them they have this bad energy. Yeah, a lot of them are. It's just weird, bro. It's like society has peaked, bro. Because back then, getting a female was easy. If I were around back then, I would probably have 30 plus, and I could probably cheat on all of them, and I still wouldn't lose a single one. Because even if I cheat on them, even if they found out, they would still be like, okay, that's fine. But nowadays, bro, you can't even get one. And even if you get one, she's just gonna ghost you afterwards, because I don't know, everything's whack. Even if she says you're cute, like this happened before, like she'll like you, and then afterwards, then she just acts like you don't exist anymore. It's like, what's wrong with your brain? It's like, I don't know, maybe they're shy, but if you're shy, then that's gonna I'm not gonna what's the worst that can happen? Why are you shy? Are you scared of something? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. If you're shy, that's gonna hold you back from having relationships. That's gonna hold you back from being. It doesn't matter how smart you are, bro. If not everybody's like you, you can't just be shy. You have to grow. Being shy is not a trait. It's not normal. You have to interact with people. You have to interact. Otherwise, people are gonna take advantage of you. People are gonna throw you around. Especially if you're a female, people are gonna force you into certain things. So yeah, we never dated. We never even dated because she's just so shy. If I were a very forceful person, I would have probably, bro, I could have probably manipulated her into so many things. And I mean, she has a friend, so and she's probably strong-headed. She's probably gonna be this stubborn head and just this stupid bitch. But anyways, you just can't trust people, you just can't let people just do you anything like that. It's like you have to have boundaries, and you have to be a righteous person. I believe I don't like you shouldn't like you don't have to be a good person. I don't there's no I don't think there's such thing as a good person. But people are wicked, bro, and that's why I'm alone. I only have like one friend, or maybe like two friends or three. I don't know. Some friends that I've had just kind of ghosted. Man, I don't know, bro. Like these are weird times. If this was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, bro, this would be completely different. No cell phones, no internet, no social media. These females won't be. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why these females are brain rotted is because of all this TikTok. I'm about to record another video after this. It's because of all this TikTok and Instagram. Like they don't read books. Even the ones that read books, they probably read romance books, but still they don't date anybody. Like it doesn't make any sense. How their brains work. It's like, bro, it's like you realize that you have to get married. We don't have to get married, but you probably do. Because how else are we gonna reproduce? How else are we gonna survive as a species, as a humanity? And in order to survive as a humanity, you have to reproduce. You have to get married. So people are gonna be like, "I'm not gonna get married." Yes, you are. You have to. Actually, I'm be honest, you have to. Because then what? If you die with your pretty self, then what? Then your bloodline ends right there. You have no kids. You missed out on a lot of blessings, and if you don't have kids, what are you gonna do with your life? Most people should get married. Like 90% of people should get married, so that we could reproduce, so that humanity could survive as a species, so they could carry a bloodline and be proud of something. And that's why lust is everywhere, because nobody wants to reproduce. Nobody wants to know. There's no love. Everybody's selfish. Everybody's looking for themselves. You realize, bro, if you're a beautiful woman, bro, why not give that gift to somebody else? Why just keep yourself and be like, I'm just not gonna give like what? It's like, bro, these females are brain rotted. They're brainwashed. They're just by TikTok, Instagram. All it's like, bro, even the ones my age, even the ones in their 20s, brainwashed because they didn't grow up in a world without internet and social media. If you're born before if you're born before 1996, you're very lucky. Especially if you're born in 1995, you're very lucky. If you're born in 94, 95, bro, you're very lucky to just make it to live in a world without internet and social media. Because if you're born in 95, you're 8 years old in 2003, which is when social media comes out. By the time social media and the internet become mainstream is like 2005, 2006. So that means you'll be like 10 years old. So that means that means at least your childhood was without internet and social media. But once you're a teenager, then that's when you get a phone and stuff like that. But if you're born in the 80s, you're born in the 80s, you get to grow up without internet and social media, and you get to become a teenager without internet and social media. And you probably don't get internet and social media until like you're an adult, like your 20s or 30s. Some are in your 20s, either mid 20s or late 20s. So if you're born before 96, you're very lucky. If you're born before the 90s, you're more lucky because your teenage years wasn't spent with internet and social media. There are people who were 17 in 2006, and they grew up as a teenager with internet and social media. But that was in its birthing stages. That was before technology ruined everything. That's before the technology. That's before the technologies of Egypt ruined everything. And I'm trying to think of what I want to say. If you're born in the 80s, you're very lucky, bro. Because the people in the 90s before 96, they only know that old world and from their childhood. They don't know that from their teenagehood even. But you're born in the 80s, you lived, and if you're lucky enough, you might have lived without internet and social media in your 20s, which is even better. Because you were an adult, a young adult, with no internet and no social media. That's even better. So, yeah, and I'm born after 96. So it's like you just have to deal. So now you have to deal with. So now I'm growing up in a corrupt world, in a cesspool world. There are some benefits, but the negative thing is that everything's dog shit. You go outside, nobody's outside. The people that you see are just staring at their phones. The females are all brainwashed. All the pretty ones, all the good-looking ones, they're all brainwashed. They don't want to date a man. They don't want to have a relationship. They don't want to give. They don't want to give. They just want to take, or they just want to keep themselves away because they're demonized, because they're brainwashed with feminism, with all this nonsense. Or they grow up in a dysfunctional family. Their parents are dysfunctional, so they're dysfunctional. It doesn't matter how pretty they are, bro. And despite the fact that they have all this beauty, bro, they're not gonna share with anybody. And I'm not saying it is out of any lustful way or anything like that. Like, bro, I'm talking about people who are 18, at least going into college, because you shouldn't be dating in high school. That's stupid. I understand, because some people marry from high school, and that's the thing. Dating in high school is fine, but in my opinion, I think you should date in college because you have more freedom. But in high school is fine because you end up marrying that person. And people are gonna say, "Oh, dating is not biblical." It doesn't matter. It's fine because you're seeing if you want to marry that person and be with that person forever. So I think it's a good thing. These elites, these reptilians or whatever, they want you to lust, they want you to fornicate. But nah, change that into good. You should be dating to see someone, to see if you should spend time with this person forever. You should spend your whole life with this person. And true love, is when you marry that person, you don't divorce, and you even start to look like that person. You guys start to look similar, like each other. Just like Adam and Eve. You guys start to look the same, and one of you guys die. You feel like a part of yourself dies because the two becomes one. But that's what people don't understand. People marry off of the wrong things, and just, man. And the thing is, there's really nothing that we can do. Some people say that I may copy and this dude's copying my videos. I'm not copying anybody's videos. I've been making these videos way before a lot of people have. There are people who've been making these type of videos for years. I made these type of videos for since 2024. So I'm not copying anybody. I might get some inspiration, but I'm not copying anybody. And if I'm copying you, then watch my entire video. Watch my entire video from start to finish. Comment on the videos, actually engage. But they won't do that. And if they're not talking about me, then forget about it. Forget about everything that I just said. But that's all I have to say. People are selfish. If you want to get a date, just ask God. Believe that you already have it. And it's yours. and just wait. Or actually, don't wait. I mean, that's not what I meant to say. Try to go out and find people, find relationships. If the person already looks dysfunctional, just get away from the person. Like, here's an example. If you see somebody, a female you like, she's driving kind of reckless or kind of aggressive, she's kind of in her own business, forget about her completely. That's not somebody you should date. She doesn't carry any good energy. She just has this kind of manly energy. Just stay away from her, bro. You don't want to be around a female like that. She has her own problems. She's dysfunctional. Nobody wants to marry a female like that. You see a guy that's just talking smack, that has no common sense. Stay away from him. Because I know some females might watch this too. I'm talking the men as well. The men, have unrealistic expectations. They're too lustful. These men, they want the top tier woman, but they're not top tier themselves. Same thing with females. They want the top tier men, and they don't even know what they want. And guys, they just want to fornicate instead of have a marriage. They don't want kids. They're like, oh, I don't want these kids. It's like, you don't want a bloodline. You don't want. I understand it's not an easy job, but most people get married. How do you think I exist? How do you think you exist watching this video? Because your parents decide to marry each other and become one. Even if they're divorced, you're here watching my video. I'm here, which means our parents did a very good job. Whatever happens with them, that's their business. So, I think that, man and woman, they both need to figure stuff out. All the men deal with lust. Of course I do as well, but I think I've, conquered it for the most part. And conquering it means running away from it, because it's basically like how do I describe it? It's like an avalanche. Once it starts coming, you can't stop it. And the longer you stay there, the worse you're going to get hit with it. And if you run away, it's going to be hard to get away from it because you have that temptation to climb that mountain. It's kind of like a mountain that you want to climb. It's like, if I climb this mountain, but then there's this avalanche. And if I climb it, it's going to fall. And you want to do it more and more and more and more and more because it seems fun, it seems good, but it's not. And it's kind of distorted because you're going about it the wrong way. You need to do certain things and wait for a certain time to climb up that mountain. But you want to climb the mountain right now, but you can't do that because otherwise this snow is gonna captivate you, and then you're gonna get some type of sickness, bad sickness, and then you might die from it, or it's gonna do a lot of harm to your health. Same thing with lust. You gotta wait until marriage before you could do whatever. Even kissing, that's not even right. It's like, no, bro. And how you're interested in someone if you put a old face on somebody you like, and you're not attracted to that person, you don't care about that person, that's how you know that it's lust. So get rid of the lust, bro. See people for where they are, because the lust is gonna spread everywhere. You're not gonna see everybody like, oh, everybody's beautiful. No, bro. You gotta see people for who they are. Don't let lust blind you, bro. And also, back to the original topic in the title of this video, I think, is that people are corrupt. So have boundaries. Be a righteous person. Don't let anybody borrow you for anything.
Keep your stuff in yourself to yourself. Don't let people use you for anything. Don't. Oh, can I do? No. Fuck no. I don't care what it is. I need this. I need a pencil. No. I need to use a card. No. I need a charger. No. I need food. No. I don't care at this point, guys. I don't care. I don't care. That's how you have to be, because this world is too evil, bro. Of course, they're gonna pay the repercussions, but then they're gonna sit your. I mean, yeah, I'm rich, of course, and of course this channel is huge, but still, man. Nah, man. And that's like gain respect. Because people are gonna hate you because they have demons in themselves, and then the main reason why they're gonna hate you is because they can't do what you're doing, so they're just gonna naturally hate you, and those demons in them are gonna hate you, so then it's gonna be amplified, so then they're gonna super hate you. I don't know, bro. They're making these videos, giving people knowledge and wisdom, but they're not gonna take any action because they don't believe in themselves, because their belief system is dog shit. They won't read the Bible. They're gonna listen to these people talking about, oh, the Catholic Church is blah 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 blah. Like, bro, you have not been Catholic a day in your life, and you're talking about the Catholic Church. Keep your mouth shut, bro. And it'll be these prophets. It'll be these people of God, bro, doing the same stuff too, bro. It's crazy. And they're protected by ignorance. God has to charge them some type of consequence, because you can't just talk trash about the church, about the Eucharist. But that's all to say. Look out of here.